Hey you guys, it's that time. Pick a story where in one of the decks or all of the decks could be a story or a message for you. So what I like to do is to hold each deck up to the camera so that you can see if it's resonating with you. Starting with deck number 1. Could your story or message be here in deck number 1? Or could your story or message be here in deck number 2? Alright, could your story message be there? Or is it in deck number 3? Could your story or message be here in deck number 3? Oh. Alright, so we will go ahead and get started. And sometimes if you can't pick a deck, pick a number. 1, 2, 3. Alright. We have the King of Cups, the Ten of Staff, 3 of Swords, 5 of Coins, 9 of Cups. Overall energy, we have the 3 of Staff, 7 of Staff, and the 10 of Coins. Alright. Okay, so the overall energy, I feel like you guys are having some sort of expectations, or it seems like there is something that you are anticipating. It's possible that you're waiting for family, waiting to receive some sort of confirmation from family, or maybe some sort of confirmation in regards to your finances. It also looks like there's something going on in regards to your family lineage or your ancestors, with you feeling the need to guard or protect the family name or something that's been inherited. You may be keeping distance from people, or making sure that certain energies stay away from something that you're trying to protect. Now also, I feel like maybe someone works as a security guard, or someone is looking to hire a security guard. Looks like you're also being observed. Maybe you're unaware that someone's observing you. And either this person is literally at a distance, or they're just like keeping their distance from you, keeping space, but they are watching. It may be that they're waiting to see if you received something that was sent to you, or either way, it's just like there's this anticipation. So also you could be dealing with a water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Could be dealing with any sign, maybe Libra. But something's going on where maybe someone feels like they are taking all the responsibility, or they have a lot to do. They're feeling like a superhero. Maybe someone feels like they need to protect you. Maybe that's also where that whole protection vibe is coming from. So someone may be feeling like it's my duty to protect, or I'm obligated to look after you or to protect you. You may be feeling that there's a lot of responsibilities going on this week too. Now, as far as a love situation, somebody is holding back how they feel, and it's getting to be a bit much. So I'm getting, of course, a situation where, and it's not everyone's situation, but I do get a situation where the reason someone is giving you distance or there's space between the two of you is because they have the obligation of their another relationship. And it hurts them to have to do this, but you know, that's what's happening. They're having to focus on their relationship and they can't let that person go. If it is not somebody in another relationship, someone is putting their family before you. It's like, my family comes first before anything. So, you know, maybe that in a sense, you know, hurts your feelings, or you feel like betrayed in a sense, because it seems like this person is puts everything before you, like their job, their family, just everything. And maybe you are feeling hurt by that. Wondering, when do you get to become a priority? And then here, you know, after the Three of Swords, there's the Five of Cups. So there definitely looks like there's going to be some sort of sorrows there, just kind of grieving over something that happened. And I feel like somebody is literally like, why did I let this happen? Or why, like somebody might be beating themselves up or blaming themselves for something that's going on in a situation. There also seems to be something going on for those of you that are single parents and maybe feeling like you have to do everything on your own and no one helps you. It's like, I feel like somebody is trying to hold back the tears, and then there's like an outburst, like just like a dam just overflows and starts spilling over. It's too much. Now there's someone who is worried about disappointing others, or asking, do I disappoint you? I think too, somebody may be concerned that they aren't living up to someone's expectations, especially ancestors, and feeling like, I'm never going to live up to be like my ancestors. Like somebody is comparing themselves to someone they're not. And I feel like if that's you, don't do that. Stop it. I do feel that at the end of the day, with the Nine of Cups here, you're going to be happy about something not working out, or you're going to be happy that it seems like a good mistake. You're like, I'm glad that I did this by accident. It turns out to be good. Maybe you were cooking dinner and you did put something in the dinner that wasn't supposed to be there, and turns out to be pretty good. So I feel like for some of you, something turns out to be good. You thought it was a bad thing, but it's a good thing. It also looks like someone might be drinking away the pain. I always recommend against that. Like, don't do that. Don't drink away the pain. Who is that? Tupac? No. Mobb Deep. I can't remember. Okay. But anyway, yeah, maybe somebody listening to that. No, why now I'm thinking about Shook Ones. Why am I? I'm sorry, I'm like old school hip hop as well. Like, I listen to everything, but Shook Ones is like Mobb Deep is coming out. Okay, so I know y'all like, who is Mobb Deep? Okay. Yeah, I do feel like somebody's talking about Drink Away the Pain. That's actually a song on their album. This is random, but I'm getting somebody who does like their flaming Cheetos. Or somebody is binging on something to ease the pain. So I'm getting that either you're attracted to a water sign and you are keeping tabs on them, or this water sign is attracted to you and keeping tabs. I feel like somebody sent you something or gave you something, because it's like, I feel like somebody is like, I just want to see if you got that gift I got you, or did you receive what I sent you? So I feel like somebody is anticipating to find out if you receive something. Now also maybe someone is anticipating to see if the results of a pregnancy test, like you pee on a stick, what it say? So I don't know. I just kind of feel like somebody is waiting to see or make something official before they can announce it. I feel like some of you are also going to be motivated to pursue your dreams, even if it seems like it's going to be a difficult task, or that the job itself is going to be difficult. I see someone who also maybe gives a lot of advice, intuitive advice. So it could be a reader, but it also just might be someone who's very intuitive, an empath, and can give good advice. Some of you may be seeing the number 33 as confirmation of something. I heard Bryce for somebody. I feel like someone has also been just struck by Cupid's arrows and just feels like, why do I feel this way? Like, why must you do this to me? I just feel like somebody is being like melodramatic about their feelings. Not saying that it's not real, but I do feel like somebody is being like very dramatic about something that they're experiencing in regards to love. Like maybe acting like they've never fallen in love before. It's like you have been, you just forgot. Like, I don't know, I almost said you fall in love with everybody, but I feel like there is some sort of betrayal. Some of you are involved in a relationship, a situation where you know they have somebody else, like you're aware of it, and you're just wanting them to choose you, but they have those, they're obligated to the other family, they're not leaving. And I just feel like, you know, somebody's very hurt by that. Something also seems like someone's happy family is falling apart, breaking up, or illusions are being revealed or exposed. Somebody is just like having some sort of reality check. Something is also temporary. So maybe someone was in a honeymoon phase and then it's like back to reality. Yeah, definitely some sort of illusions. And so somebody's been looking at something through rose-tinted glasses. Okay, I got told to talk about the other part, about somebody talking indirectly to you and leaving all these messages. I almost feel like somebody is writing message, like it's like written in the stars or written in the sky, like someone's being directed to look at things that are happening in the sky, and it's like this person is like, I did that, I did this for you. So it's almost like someone is manifesting like all these things. I hope it makes sense to you, but maybe too, it's like you're looking at the sky and the clouds just seem to form faces, letters, numbers that remind you of someone that you care about. Even if it's not romantic, it's just like it reminds you of somebody that you care about. Or maybe it looks like you're witnessing miracles in the sky. It looks like something happens and you're seeing it, and it's just reminding you about love, being in love. Somebody's in their feelings, I feel like. I also feel that something may happen during a literal storm or when it's raining. Someone might be listening to that old song, It Never Rains in Southern California. It never rains in Southern California. I see you when I get there. I haven't seen your face in a year. Oh, I used to love that song. But yeah, somebody might be kind of just feeling like that. Uh-oh. Now, whatever you're doing, it seems like too much. You may take a break. So it's like, you know, might call off of work. Maybe something has gotten to be too much. Somebody might need a break from a relationship, friend, or a lover because something's just too much. Somebody might have a dream too. That might be what I keep picking up. Something about in the sky. Maybe something's actually happening in the ethers. Okay, so there may be some sort of grief over a missed opportunity and feeling like, oh, I should have took advantage of that. I should have, it was right there. I had it. I let it slip through my fingers. Like something's going on where there is blame about a missed opportunity. It could have been an opportunity to start your own business. Could have been a job opportunity. Could have been a love opportunity. Someone is upset with their father or has daddy issues, or the father of the child. There's some sort of deep regret about that. Okay, so I'm just kind of getting an image of somebody eating watermelon as a child, or something about watermelon connects them with the memories of their father. I hope you guys are entertained by this laughter. My daughter, she's just got back, so she's been with her dad for a while. So I'm sure they are catching up on anime. Him and Sissy. Don't you love when your kids love each other? All right, let's see here. If someone needs to cry or purge, I just feel like they're going to feel so much better afterwards. It's like, I needed that. That was refreshing. Oh, I just feel like somebody feels so much better now after an emotional breakdown or purging. I don't know, maybe it's the picture, but I keep getting something about Chester Cheetah. That's why I was getting like the Flaming Hots, but I'm also getting something about Chester Cheetah. And then their outfit looks like a cheetah too, so someone's going to be glad something is over. It's like, I'm glad that's over. Can relax now. So, and it looks like some people haven't been speaking, whether it's a love interest or a friend or family member. It seemed like there's been distance or silence, and people have been guarded and snappy or whatever. And I feel like that whole phase has ended. It's like, I'm so glad we can talk again. I'm so glad I got that out. I'm so glad, you know, I can be myself. Like something's going on where I just feel like there's a sense of relief because something is now out the way. You can move forward now. You can move on and move forward from a situation. I do feel like somebody's going to be happy about having closure. Also could be waiting for that confirmation. It gets confirmed about a pregnancy or gets confirmed about a start date, being hired. Gets confirmation that somebody is also mutually in love, whatever it is. And I feel like it's something that you really wanted or wished for. If there was something going on in someone's relationship, it's possible that someone's going to there is going to be a breakup, or someone finally gets to spend time alone or to themselves. So yeah, those are the messages that I have for you for those that picked deck number 1. We will go ahead and move on to deck number 2. And this is, what is this? Fate Shifters Tarot. All right, we have Mercury, and yes, it has tarot cards and additional cards, planet cards, sign cards. Virgo, 10 of Cups, 5 of Pentacles, Wheel of Fortune. Overall energy, the King of Wands, 6 of Cups, 3 of Swords. All right, let's go ahead and get started. Okay, that random song popped in my head. I can't think of the name of the group, but I just know that'd be like Albuquerque. Okay, so some of you have been thinking about somebody who you're very close to. I feel like you miss this person. I feel like 2 people who are really close to each other are hurting for each other. It seems like there hasn't been communication, and there's been a lot of daydreaming, fantasizing. If it's not about a love interest or family, then it's still this desire about doing what you used to love and feeling like, I remember when I used to do this or that, like, I want to do that again. And I feel like there's just this desire to go back and fix things or do something different. I feel like there are communication issues here with Mercury out. You also may want to check in your birth chart to see where Mercury is sitting and, you know, see what that is trying to tell you about yourself, your individualized self. So I think it would be good to see what sign and house Mercury is in. If you don't know your exact birth time, therefore you wouldn't truly know what house Mercury is in, you could at least look and see what sign it's sitting in. But either way, I feel like that has to do with some form of communication. And we do have Virgo out. Mercury rules Virgo. So some of you could be dealing with a Virgo. And then also just the nature of the sign Virgo you might want to look into. Maybe there's a need for you to prepare for the coming of something. Because it seems like that maybe there's going to be some sort of a harvest. Someone also might be feeling like a virgin, because, you know, maybe it's been a while, maybe you literally are one. But I feel like you should look at those 2 signs or planets in your birth chart, in your personalized birth chart. But I feel like it looks like somebody is not really speaking up or going after what they really want to do. There is this sense of, you know, missing out on an opportunity or passing up something that you know is valuable. You're like, I know this is valuable. I feel like somebody just looked down at, you know, a diamond ring and didn't pick it up. It's like, yeah, I know that's the diamond ring down there. I just don't have it in me to just pick it up right now. So maybe there's an awareness that you're walking away from something that you know is valuable. Because of pride. You know, pride is always that culprit that gets in the way of things. Even if maybe someone has reached out to you or invited you to something, like, hey, if you ever need to talk, just call me. If you ever want to stop by, just do it. Like, I feel like someone extended an invitation to something, and maybe you passed it up, or it's, you know, the other way around. You invited someone to something, but they passed it up, and it's just this awareness, like, I just can't, like, I can't accept this offer. It also looks like maybe someone can't accept someone's apology. I don't know if someone has tried to apologize for something, and it's just like, I want to, but I can't. Now, something also could be going on with your family, or you're coming off as a black sheep, or your image, your public image is coming off as just someone who is different and rejected and outcast. You might be one of those, you might be a truth seeker, and maybe you're the oddball on Facebook saying random stuff that you done found out about QAnon, or, you know, just stuff that's just not the norm or not the popular opinion. So people don't respond to you, people ignore you, and maybe you feel like, you know what, I'm going to leave social media alone. I'm going to walk away from it. So maybe some of you are feeling like you just need to let something go for now, because you aren't being received well. Your communication isn't being received. Now, it does look like you're headed for change. Change is on the way. And there are like double tens coming out. So there's cycles that are closing and new beginnings for you all. Now, I feel like maybe moving towards Taurus season, something's going to change depending on what your current situation is. Just seems like there's going to be some changes once we move into Taurus season. I'm also getting the image of someone who has a relationship that looks picture perfect on the outside, but people don't know what's really happening on the inside of that relationship, and it's broken on the inside. What is being projected is just an image. Maybe you are the one looking at someone, and it just seems like everything is just life for that person. They live in their best life. Everything is just good. What you're seeing is just an illusion. Now, for my guys, my male viewers that have Venus in Virgo, for a man, that is like one of the worst places. I don't want to, you know, get you all depressed about it, because it also depends on other charts that are in Vedic astrology. What your Venus is doing, it might improve over time. And it also might be receiving certain aspects that will help Venus feel better, do better. But for the most part, just, you know, on the surface, Venus in Virgo is the worst placement for a guy to have, because the women, Venus, that he attracts don't see his worth. They ignore him. It's like he's never enough. Maybe the guy is always doing things that are loving and appreciative, but the women just, they never see it. They just don't see it. Now, even though that was an example for guys, there may be women that feel the same way. And for women, that would be your Jupiter that kind of shapes how men value you. And so, you know, I've talked about this before, but I know I might have new viewers. But yeah, Jupiter placements could also make you go undervalued. And it's like, it's not your fault. It doesn't mean that you aren't worthy. It's just that unfortunately men cannot see that. They're blinded to your worth. So that's why it's important for you to at least love yourself and know who you are and be comfortable with who you are. I'm gonna give a quick example. Now, this is not something that normally happens, but I think maybe twice out of my relationships, I've had complaints about my weight. And so, but normally, for the majority of my life, I usually attract guys that just like women my size anyway. But I'm so used to my weight fluctuating and just being how it is. And I'm one of those type of people where I'll talk about myself, but don't you dare talk about me. Like, don't you dare. Like, I go into defense mode. Like, oh no, just because I said it, like, that's me and her. That's between me and her. But you cannot do that. So I had like one guy that was like super embarrassed about my weight. And I'm like, what is wrong with you? For me, I felt like something was wrong with him. Like, what is wrong with your self-esteem? Like, what's wrong with you? You good? Like, it's not that serious. Like, you that worried about being with somebody thick? Like, what's wrong? That was like my first time really experiencing somebody who was like, I ain't never been no thick girl, I want to go outside, be seen with no. Like, what is wrong with you? And I know y'all like, why would you even tolerate that? Only tolerated that because I actually knew the guy from childhood. He's my toxic ex. And then it's so funny now that we broke up, he was like, I don't have no problem with big girls now. It's like, of course you don't, you idiot. But, I'm just saying, like, had I not been already comfortable with myself and who I am, I would have been like, oh, I'm so ashamed. I got to lose weight. Not saying there's nothing wrong with, taking care of yourself and going to the gym. But you should not let somebody else's opinions, like, define you. Like, if somebody got a problem with you, then they, that maybe they're not for you, so I say that because I'm feeling like maybe someone is having some sort of issues with that, where they're feeling unworthy, or their partner is making them feel unworthy. But nobody can make you feel unworthy if you already know your worth. Nobody can't really mess with you, because like you just heard me, I was like, no, like, something's wrong with you. Like, what's wrong with you? Like, something's wrong. So just know your worth. I also feel that, again, like I said, there could be some sort of opportunity or changes coming up depending on what your situation is. Maybe you also walked away from one thing, but it's good because there's something else around the corner for you that you are unaware of, that you're walking right into. So it's like a situation with when one door closes, another one opens. So maybe you are also having to leave a situation behind, but it's okay because there is something else for you. Now, there also may be some sort of financial issues with you and your family, or your family might be coming off a little needy. Matter of fact, it kind of looks like maybe you are trying to avoid talking to your family, or maybe you're keeping your finances quiet and they're complaining about how they don't have this and that. Like, almost seems like, are you hinting? It's just like, I'm not going to say nothing. That's unfortunate. Like, I'm going to just put some prayers in there for you. So something's going on where maybe someone does seem to kind of be snooping around, trying to see if you can help them. So they're saying certain things, certain phrases to see if you're going to volunteer. But I feel like somebody's like, nope, I didn't hear that. All right, let me look at this wheel really quick. Okay, so I feel like this wheel is about another opportunity coming up for something that was missed. So I feel like it's not too late. Someone is having anxiety or stressing about something that happened though, but I feel like don't worry about it. You're going to end up with, something that you wanted at the end of the day. Or like I said, this one missed opportunity, and here comes another. There may also be some sort of changes coming to the family, especially more so with extended family, aunts, uncles, cousins, nieces, nephews, in-laws. or people who are like family, or also with the community. Ooh, I see an abundance of finances coming through too. So I don't know if you've just lost financially, had some sort of loss. I see a big gain coming back and everything being recovered, or you making up what was lost financially. In a love situation, I see making up for lost time, two people catching up. Somebody might be very nervous about coming towards you. But I feel like someone is getting that out of the way. You could be dealing with any sign, but definitely Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, maybe Gemini, and Scorpio. Let's see. Someone also comes off as playful, or it's hard to take them serious. Like maybe they play too much or play mind games. Or they send mixed signals. Yeah, it's the communication with Mercury. Someone has been trying to express how they feel, but I feel like it comes out a little confusing. It's hard to read, or they keep changing. Especially too, if you pull cards about your situation, it's like every time you ask, the cards are changing. That's because the energy keeps shifting. Something isn't etched in stone. I feel like when something just keeps flipping around, I personally don't feel that tarot ever shows you what you want to see. Like when people say, oh, you keep asking the same question and you're hoping that you're going to get the answer. I really feel like tarot is not trying to please you. Tarot don't give a shit about your feelings. Like it's just going to tell you what it is. I think the reason why an answer may be inconsistent in tarot is because the fate hasn't been locked in. It hasn't been decided. It's like still shuffling like cards. So it's like a situation could go either way. But it does look like destiny is coming, and it's just like, okay, this time something is, whatever you decide now is going to be locked in. So be cautious about any type of decisions that you have coming up. I am going back to playful energy and that mixed signals and not being able to take somebody serious. I feel like somebody keeps trying to express themselves, but it seems like, I don't know, maybe they're not really putting enough effort into doing that. Somebody's just throwing stuff together, throwing words together. They're like, oh, I just want to put it out there. It's like, did you put a lot of thought in this? Somebody also may be wearing a mask and just pretending like they don't care, but they do. I feel like someone also keeps going back to someone who's coming off as addictive, or they're addicted to breaking up and making up with somebody, or they keep saying they're going to break up with somebody, they're going to leave because they're not happy, and then they change their mind, or something happens and they never do. I feel like I heard the name Alyssa. You may be trying to manifest something. There may be someone or something that you're trying to manifest. It also looks like you're channeling somebody. It looks like you're trying to channel someone or get their attention in a particular type of way, even if it's with candle work. Yeah, someone is doing some sort of manifesting or channeling to get what they want. Someone may be trying to get your attention, especially if you've been feeling just flat out tired, drained, and you're like, why am I feeling drained out of the blue? It's definitely possible that someone is pulling on your energy, trying to get you to respond or acknowledge them. Because it just looks like you're falling out. You're like, I feel drained. And there is somebody at a distance. I see that someone also misses how things used to be. Wishes things could go back to the way they were. Maybe with family, childhood. Someone's health maybe isn't the same. Oh. Family seems to be a big theme. Someone also, maybe someone is going to leave their family because it's just an illusion, something that they're not happy. But there also seems to be some sort of shame or guilt for doing, for doing something like that. People keep saying to just stay. If someone does stay in nope, see, they're leaving. They're going to let go. Someone's been holding on to something that they don't like, a relationship, a job, a friendship, staying in a house they don't want to stay in, or a neighborhood. I just feel like eventually it's like it's time to go. Time to go. And I feel like you're going to do it next opportunity you get, whatever that situation is. Yeah. So those are the messages for those of you that pick. Oh, I'm dropping all the cards today. Deck number 2. Let's go ahead and move on to deck number 3. We have Justice, the Tower, 2 of Cups, the Devil, 9 of Swords, overall energy, 6 of Swords, 8 of Cups, and 9 of Wands. Okay, so I'm getting somebody saying that you drove them away, or you feel like you're driving someone away. I feel like if somebody is saying that you drove them away, that's just an excuse. They wanted to walk away all alone. Somebody was not fulfilled. They felt empty. They felt like something was missing. But I definitely feel like someone is going away, leaving. If someone is not leaving a relationship, leaving you, someone is just, they're still leaving something behind. Maybe a job. It's like, I got to get out of here. This isn't for me. Like, and I just feel like someone's getting ready to, see where Spirit has, what else Spirit has for them. I do feel that your advice for now is to stay the course, and to allow something play out. Let something play by ear. I do feel like you're being guided. I'm looking at the wind and I'm just getting the same image that they have on here. Just imagine being on a boat and just letting the water take you until you drift up on a shore somewhere. I kind of feel like that's what's happening. So maybe you are like on autopilot, or you just like, I don't really, you're not, like, I'm not putting much effort into anything. Whatever happens, happens. I'm just going with it. So I feel like maybe you also could have grown tired of caring about something or putting some energy into something that didn't love you back. So I feel like now you're just kind of drifting. But the thing is that you're drifting right into your fate. There are no accidents, I feel like. It might seem like a coincidence, an accident or something, but it was meant to happen the way it happened all along. I feel like you are being led to your fate, destiny. There is some sort of maybe soul contract that you may enter, even if it's not romantic. It's a contract, whether it be a verbal agreement or a written agreement. I feel like you're being led to this. Now, also see that someone is now free from some sort of contract, but they're moving right into another one. One contract breaks or ends and another one begins. I almost feel that something is like, what do you call it? Jump ins. So let's say you are, what do you call it? A host for source or a higher power, which is probably not too far from the truth. I always think of God as different incarnations of self. So like whatever your name is, I always think of God incarnate your name, insert name. So I feel like if one contract isn't fulfilled by one person, there's another willing soul and it just kind of jumps in and takes over that situation. It even makes me think of, I don't know if you've ever watched the show Time Travelers on Netflix. It was really interesting. When I first got into it, I was like, ooh, you know, these travelers, they jump into bodies just as they're dying so that people never know that that person died. It's just like they just, you know, they just adjust to whatever life that person was living. So something is like jump ins. And I know there's other spiritual term or spiritual explanations for jump ins, but I kind of feel like maybe something like that is going on. Maybe you were supposed to fulfill a soul contract with someone and it never happened. I feel like someone else is like that soul is going to jump in another willing soul. In another willing body, my bad. So now this connection that I feel like you're having is electrifying. Is definitely a lot of chemistry here. You might experience a lot of love situations or those of you that chose this deck, because I feel like it's mostly wanting to talk about some sort of intense connection that you're having with someone. It could be anyone, but you know, just hopefully this is not, you know, somebody's parents that you're booed up with like that, but just, you know. But I feel like this is talking about soul contracts and something that is so infatuating, so passionate. Like that is kind of where your focus is at. And I feel like if you do so happen to enter one of those relationships that are so super intense, I always feel like that's for a higher purpose. That's just kind of to grab your attention, to get you on some sort of a path, to get you to do something that you need to do, to get you out of your comfort zone, matter of fact. So I feel like something super intense has to happen to get you to get on this path. If it's, again, a romantic relationship, it's not going to be easy. I feel like it's a relationship that needs to be purified, is because it's very, and it can become very unhealthy and toxic too. So you're always going to be setting boundaries with this person. You're always going to have to steer it straight. Like, here, this is just drifting with the wind. Once you get to this stage in a relationship, at some point, you're going to have to start giving it some sort of direction or guidance. Yeah, because it looks like that's kind of what is happening. Like, you kind of get guided or drift into a situation. But once you're locked into that situation, it's like, okay, no more drifting. It's got to be some sort of structure, or I've got to set some sort of boundaries. So that's what you're going to be doing. There's also a possibility that there's multiple people, or not multiple, but just more than one person that you may need to decide between. Something's definitely giving you anxiety. I feel like somebody's like, I don't want to hear it. Oh my God, no more shadow work, no more karmics, no more this and that. I feel like you are letting your anxieties get the best of you, because we're talking about the self here with the nines and just the swords, which are just thoughts. So I just kind of feel like these are your own thoughts. You're making something out way worse than it is. Like, she's running from what seems like birds are attacking her, and maybe those birds are not even thinking about her. They see some breadcrumbs in front of her. They think she about to eat the bread, so they just racing to get the bread. They're not trying to attack her though, but something about your thinking, you might be thinking that you're under attack. For some of you, sometimes, yes, that can be the case, but just because of that air energy, it's like, okay, you might be. And then another 9 above it. Both of these images are kind of paranoid to me. Somebody who's very paranoid. He thinks the birds are out to get him too. Or maybe it's just his crops, but still, he just like trying to hurry up and tie it up and get out of there. It's just like, would you just tie it up and take your time and stop, flinching or whatever. So I feel like something might just be a bit of paranoia. And I'm noticing here that there's double 9s. So, and then a reverse 6 was also reminds me of a 9. So something could be going on where maybe you're seeing 6s and 9s, or maybe something about 9 especially is significant for you. Maybe that's a birthday, maybe it's a life path number, maybe that is a time frame. So also, I'm just looking at how this looks like the laws of nature, like something is just a part of nature. If you could view something with a different mindset, maybe you would have a better understanding of how the laws of nature work, or the laws of karma. Just like if you live somewhere where there has to be cold and winter, then that's what you're going to get. You can't stop winter from coming. You can't stop summer from coming. You can't stop any of those things from happening, as long as you're on this physical plane. So it's like, while you're here, do whatever you need to do, resolve any type of issues that need to be resolved. So let me clarify a few things for you guys. I feel like it's going to be confirmed for sure that there's a telepathic connection that you have with someone. Maybe you guys are also abusing it to an extent, because something is indicating excessiveness. Too much of a good thing can be bad. Could also be dealing with a Libra or Capricorn. So, ooh. Okay, I see a lawsuit for somebody. Somebody might have money coming to them, or somebody gets to file a lawsuit because of something. Especially if it involves a car. Hopefully it is not a car accident, but maybe it's something else that involves a car. Something also could involve a lawsuit when it comes to travels. Like maybe someone's safety was put at risk. Maybe it's something in regards to your job where it's just like, I could have injured myself on the job. Somebody definitely could have slipped and fell. Make sure you do have your car insurance. Now, what I also see is some sort of unexpected trip, or something gets delayed. Okay, so let's say you did mean to go on this trip. You took a vacation, but something happens where maybe the stay gets overextended. It's possible that someone could be getting kicked out because they stayed too long. Someone also, I feel like, is going to be flipped upside down. Something is happening. You guys definitely may have a connection with a shadow. Look how these two came out. Like, you know, I don't really read reversals, so when they come out, I pay attention to them. And I'm looking how the Queen of Swords is sitting on top of the King of Pentacles in reverse. It looks like a playing card. Like, you are them and they are you. You guys are like really mirroring each other. I feel like someone's going to lose it. They're going to lose control. Looks like someone is control of something at first, and then something happens where they're like, this is out of my hands, or I lost control. You also have someone around you that feels overprotective. Someone maybe feels as if they are, from their perspective, they feel that they're protecting you or guarding you, or they're your guardian angel. Someone might have some sort of twisted views or some very unusual views on your dynamics or the relationship or friendship. Even if it's not romantic, something in regards to family. I also see a possibility of being pursued in a relationship, but it just seems like it happens just so out of the blue. Like someone is just like absolutely sure that they want to be with you, or you are feeling this way about somebody. I feel like a secret is going to get exposed as well. In fact, I'm getting that somebody might rat the other person out. It's like, why did you tell? Why did you tell what I was going to do? Or why did you tell my plans? Somebody might feel like the other person ruined their plans. I'm also feeling like somebody is pushing you to do something you don't want to do. Like, it makes me think of someone who feels like, I don't know how to swim, I don't want to jump in the pool, and then somebody just comes up behind you and pushes you in the pool. I feel like something's going to push you. A force is going to push you. It could be a literal person, or it might be spirit, but you're being pushed into something. Because I feel like time has expired. And whatever decision that you need to make is not just your decision. I feel like your decision has to do with the lives of other people. So it's like, let's get this show on a roll. Like, let's go. Like, we can't wait for you. So I kind of feel that some people are going to be forced to deal with issues that they have been suppressing or hiding. Definitely looks like people are indulging in things that are considered to be temptation or taboo. I see two people so madly in love with each other that they don't care what else is happening around them. They don't care that something might not be the healthiest. You know, not being funny, but it kind of makes me think of, you know, some people that are so into it that they fall on a glass table and break it and they just keep going. You know, it's just like, oh my God, it's so good that I don't even care that I'm getting cut up. You know, so something is so good that you're ignoring the negative, which actually can be good. As long as the relationship, the positives outweigh the negatives, it might be worth holding on to. If spirit separated you from a job, it was for the best. There also could be some sort of changes in your home life. Maybe you're purchasing a new home. Maybe you're moving out or somebody's moving in. But it just looks like, and then look at Tower reversed. Star reversed. I don't know how to, well, I did keep dropping these cards today, so, but I guess it's for a reason. It's probably going to be several Tower moments. I noticed that whenever that happens, whenever I keep dropping big parts of the deck, not just one card, but like just chunks of the deck keep falling out, usually is going to indicate some sort of Tower moment is coming up, or some sort of unforeseen changes. That's what it means for me. I don't know about what it means for you. Okay, so for one, it looks like somebody is kind of pouring their heart out, really. I feel like somebody's being very vulnerable. It's like all pouring out. I feel like somebody is not going to know whether they're coming or going. I feel like someone is having their mind blown. I'm sorry, but sexually, I just feel like something is going to go off the charts for somebody. The connection is just too much. It's too intense. It's too much. I also feel like Pandora's box has been opened. Maybe somebody even dropped Pandora's box by mistake, but it's like it's too late now. It's open. It's out there. Once that door opens, I feel like it is just going to be too difficult to close. Yeah, it's like you can't put it back. You can't unsee something either. So also, if someone like posts something on the internet, it's like, oh, I can't unsee that. Even if you're able to delete it, trust it's already been seen by somebody. And it's like, oh, it's too late. It was seen. For some of you, this is about entering a karmic contract. For some of you, I feel like it's about leaving one, especially one that had expired beyond expiration. I still feel, though, that if you're exiting one relationship, there's another one right there. If it's not a relationship, it can still be a job. Like you exit one job and you move right into another one. I see someone's stash being found too. I don't know what this stash is. It can be anything. But I feel like someone's stash is exposed. Someone's hidden feelings, someone's hiding spot, someone's secret location. If someone's got a private home or vacation home, I feel like it's being exposed, like everybody knows about it now. I feel like there's a literal storm coming though. Rainstorm, monsoon, something's coming. It might not come until Libra season though. For some of you, I feel like you are going to get hired for something you weren't expecting to get hired for. Or there's something very unexpected about a job, like a job loss. But like I said, I see another one. Ooh. Somebody also may get turned down for something, but then it doesn't matter because there's another offer on a table, just like that, very quickly. Others of you, I feel like if someone wasn't ready for relationships, or if someone had not forgiven someone from the past, I feel like now someone is ready, and now someone is ready to forgive. For somebody, passion is really important in relationships. Passion and chemistry. And if they're in a relationship where that's not there, I feel like that's enough to make them leave. Somebody is having a crazy anxiety attack. Something also might be sleeping you up. Sleeping you up. That's a new word. No. You may be waking up from your sleep, aroused, and wondering what just happened. You're like, what was that? Yep, something's going on at night that's very intense. There is someone channeling you. Or you're channeling each other. It's mutual. Somebody does need sexual healing. Someone may be having anxiety because they feel like they can't get enough. Somebody being greedy. Somebody starts to get greedy. So I do see more shadow work for some of you. I also see tattoos. Someone may have a tattoo of a rose. Somebody may have tattoos on their shoulder, especially something tribal. I also see something Arabic. I don't know if I'm seeing Alim or Samir in Arabic. Somebody can't take it anymore. I feel like somebody is going crazy. Now, those of you that have phobias, I feel like phobias are being triggered. Whatever your phobia is, whether it's ants, insects, what do you call it? Oh, tight spaces, claustrophobic, arachnophobia. Like something's going on where I feel like your phobias are being triggered. I also feel like somebody is itching really bad. There's like hives or some sort of outbreak, or that's what it feels like. It might feel like your skin is on fire. I feel too like 1 minute you have crystal clear vision about what direction you want to go in or something that you're wanting to do. And it looks like you've even prepared or been preparing for something. You're like, I'm ready. But when the opportunity is in front of you, you kind of spaz out and go completely off, off track, off dialogue. It's like you just start improvising. Like things are just coming at you. You're like, I don't even know. That's so off script. That's what I'm like. Something is like unscripted. It's like, oh, that's not what I planned to say, or that didn't go as planned. But at least now I feel like something is out in the open. I heard something say for your eyes only. So if someone shares something erotic with you, I feel like they don't want, definitely, like some guys, they know that it's going to be shared, but this guy is like, don't show anybody this. Yeah, someone feels like this information could haunt them or damage them if it got out. And ladies, and some of my boys. Somebody's 9 inches. That's all I'm gonna say. All right, I am done. Hopefully some of these messages have resonated with you. Feel free to leave your feedback. Thank you guys all for watching. Sending you love and grace.